games. It's ScrubGames. Drop a like, drop a sub, go ahead and subscribe to ScrubGames. Drop a like, drop a sub, go ahead and subscribe to ScrubGames.
How's it going, Scrub Gamers? Welcome back to another video here at ScrubGames, and today we have the last of our reviews, which is taken so far every day of this week. And we're on to the last lot, which you might be thinking, there's not any last lot because we've gone over all the aspects, where there's cards that are also no aspect. So there's the Aspectless cards in this set. So we're going to go over all 11 of them because there's only 11 in this set, more than I think most of the sets we've had, and we're going to have a look at each one of them. So don't forget, you can also like, comment, and subscribe to keep updated with my videos as when they drop by clicking that notification bell. You can also get alerts to my videos do drop, so you can watch them there and then, or later time that suits you best. Because we're on our way to 2,000 subs as our next goal, and we're currently very, very close to it, less than 80 subs as of recording, so every little bit helps. And also, don't forget that you can, well, if you've already subscribed, thank you so much, it's really appreciated. If you haven't, go ahead and do so, it could help you out. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and look at all these cards we have in with no aspect. So, starting off with Porg, this is our first ever unit that had 0 cost. We've had 0 cost events and ever cards before, but it's the first unit that's had 0 cost. So it's a 0 cost, 1/1 that can come out in a creature, so you can come out for free, essentially. So this could be good, and I remember people speculating, yeah, it could be really good for exploit strategies, but then you're sure you can do it for exploit strategies, but you're not getting the benefit of it. Well, you're getting the benefit of reducing it by 2, but you've got to have this out of those cards. So I don't think this see much play, not the greatest, but it's cool to have the Porgs, but yeah, not great in competitive play. Pretty good for draft though. Next we have Curious Block, and this is a very nice one because even though it's just a 1-cost 1/1, it's very good for draft and still because it's got a nice little when played where you can pay up to 6 resources, and for each resource paid this way, give an experience token to this unit. So if you pay 7 for it, being its 1 cost plus the extra 6 from the when played, it becomes a 7/7 because it gains 6 experience to make it, yeah, a 7/7. So in sealed, this is pretty nice because you drop at any point, just tap out and basically make it huge depending on how many resources you can play additional with it. So it's a pretty nice one to have no matter what, and a very nice common in the set too. Then we've got Gifted Urchin being the next one. This is a nice extra additional force unit you can play on turn 1 because it's aspectless, so you can play on any side of the force, either heroism or villainy. And it's good for turn 1 because it's a 2-cost 1 force, a good amount of health, not too much power, but it's at least a force that you can play turn 1 so you can attack with it and gain the force. So pretty nice one. If you're lacking on force units like some aspects may do, some combinations might do, this is a nice one to have as an extra option to have a turn 1 force unit. We also then got Kawakian Monkey Lizard, which is cool. I love that it was a Monkey Lizard. And it's a 2-cost 2/1 with ambush and it's a creature as well, so it's nice to kind of get an ambush in. You want to finish something off that has 2 health, but then it's not going to really survive ambush because it only has 1 health himself. So pretty nice unit, but it's not going to be the most impactful even in Silver Draft. Next we have Pelimoto from the Mandalorian series, when the engineer, he normally goes to the Fixer's ship, and it's a 2-cost 1/4, so pretty solid stats for a 2-cost, and has nice benefits to vehicle and droid. So if you any vehicle or droid focus like Rose Tico with the whole like getting benefits from vehicles, if you go for a droid focus deck, this is very nice to give benefits because when she attacks, she gives an experience token to a friendly vehicle or droid unit, so you can start powering up as well. I don't think there's too many droids, but there's a fair few vehicles in there, so you can use this as a way to turn 1 get this down, turn 2 play a vehicle or droid, and then start buffing up with this, which is pretty nice. But it's not a force, it's not going to generate a force, but if you're playing a non-force deck that's focusing on those traits, then this could be a very nice card to add in addition to it. Next we've got Ravaging Gundark, which is a 5-cost 5/4, so not too bad for the stats, especially for draft. It's more of a draft to seal card than it is a competitive one. And when played, you can do 1 damage to a ground unit, so kind of finish something off or ping a little bit more damage, so you can be taking up other things. So pretty decent for draft to seal, but for competitive, not so much. Next we have the first of 2 legendaries in Aspectless. That's right, Aspectless cards in this set get 2 legendaries. The first one is the Father, being a huge 8-cost card with 5/10 for its stats of 5 power and 10 health. And then it's got an effect where when you use the Force, you can deal 1 damage to itself, and if you do, the Force is with you. So there's a way to, anytime you use the Force while he's on board, you get the force back by damaging himself, so giving you balance of making sure the force is always with you. So pretty interesting. Not a great legendary, I don't think, because it's very late to come down, and by then you don't need to worry about gaining the force instantly to start gaining the force, using the force. So I don't think it's a great legendary, but for draft it could be a good beat state. It's going to stick. Well, a good beat state it can come around and stick around as well. And then the other legend we've got is the Constructed Lightsaber. So a new kind of lightsaber, a free cost of 2 free. So not the best stats, but then it does have loads of benefits though. It can only be attached to a force unit because it's got the effect attached to a force unit, and it gets a benefit depending on your aspects. So if the aspect you put on is a heroic one, it gains Restored 2, so a bit of healing to your base. If it's a villainy unit, it gains Raid 2, so a bit more power when it attacks, which is pretty cool. And if it's not villainy or heroism, it gains Sentinel, so it becomes a Sentinel with 2 free on the benefits. So it's a very nice one, especially if you're still in draft. Even then, it's a very nice upgrade for if you want to put these like lightsabers in your deck, but you don't have one in the aspects you're playing that's decent, you feel you like, you can always put this one in and get some good benefits because it gives something, no matter what aspect it is, a benefit in some way, be it Sentinel, Restore, or Raid. Then moving on to the last 3 cards, being events, we've got Go Into Hiding. So it's a 2-cost event that allows you to choose a unit, and it can't be attacked this phase unless it's got Sentinel. So you can prevent something from being attacked into, but you don't really want to use an event for that, so not great. You rather just play a card with Hidden or have Sentinel on board protect it, but it's not a great card even for sealed or draft. Next, you've got the 2-cost event Last Word. So it's a new event where if a friendly unit was defeated this phase, you give 2 experience tokens to a unit. So if you've lost, if a unit of yours has been defeated on this turn, you can then go ahead and buff up another unit by 2/2. So give 2 experience to a unit, which is pretty good. Buffing something up. That's after something also been taken out. You can even ambush things in, like the Quacking Monkey Lizard. Ambush that in, have it just ram into a unit, maybe take it out and then defeat itself, and then trigger this as well. So pretty good for silver draft. Not so much for competitive. And then the last card we've got is It's Worse, being the card that combos with what was the name of the card? It combos with that yellow card we saw on Friday, on Thursday from the video. That's a Precarious Predicament. This is the effort card to that, so a card that pairs well with it, because it Precarious Predicament allows you to return an enemy non-linear unit to its hand unless its control says it's worse. And unless they say it could be worse, and if they do say it could be worse, you can then play this from your resources or hand for free. And it's just a 7-cost Vanquish, so a very heavy costing Vanquish, 7 cost. But in silver drafts, it can be a nice way to kind of just instantly remove anything, use it on your opponent's big things they might play to just get rid of them, or things they've built up and made huge to pop them. Or you can even play it off that, because most of the time you can always try and kind of bluff. You've got It Could Be Worse, or It's Worse, by using It Could Be Worse, them not wanting to kill a card, but the most likely to go to say It Could Be Worse, because then you're using 2 cards to do it. So not a great card, even on its own, a 7-cost event. You can just play Vanquish, but if you don't play blue, you might want to put this in, but then you'll have other kind of ways to remove things in different ways. But it's not too bad. You can make it cheaper with Jabbo as a trick in competitive, but I feel this is more of a good draft card than is a competitive card. But that is all the cards. That is every single card now covered in these reviews. And the Aspectless cards, nothing impressive. They're they're mostly all for draft. Well, most of them are there for draft and sealed. But some nice benefits, like you get some extra benefits like Pelimoto and like Gifted Urchin as ones that can help outside of draft sealed to give some benefits to those kind of areas, like Gifted Urchin giving you more force units to gain the force, and Pelimoto giving you some benefits to make a vehicle draw deck. So pretty nice ones there. Nothing too amazing. Also, don't forget you can like, comment, subscribe to keep updated with my videos. And that's it for today. So I'm looking forward to the set. Leave down a comment section below how you feel about the set, about these cards as well. And we'll get some discussion going. But outside of that, I'm going to go back to doing some more testing with the new set. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.